Right, I'm here a third time in this video. It might help if I move the mic where you can hear me. But basically, the topic of tonight is I am resource constrained, so I had to let a bunch of my AI subscriptions go, which hurts. The first, and I'll just go through those and explain my logic if anyone's interested. And most of these I will return to in the future when I can afford them. But the gist of it all is I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff so that I can justify to myself paying for Claude Pro Max 5X, not 20X, though I might scale there, but at least 5X, so I can really focus on agentic coding. I had to make some tough choices here. But anyway, the first to go, and this actually went a little while ago. This is Midjourney. I'm just kind of scrolling through here, showing some of the really cool stuff that I did with Midjourney. I think Midjourney is one of the absolute best aesthetic wise models. And this is I think mostly Midjourney 7, maybe some of it getting into 6 now that you can use. I mean, I just love messing around with Midjourney. One of the reasons I got rid of it though is it kind of became an obsession with me where I would just play with it all the time. Um, but like these Russo type images, Mobius type stuff. Um, yeah, I loved Midjourney. Most of these are from a couple years back. I just logged in before this video. Um, but yeah, it'll be back. The only problem with Midjourney is I was using AI art kind of more seriously. And what I was discovering is, if you know Midjourney, your prompt is more inspiration for the model. It's going to do what it's going to do. And text handling, I hear V8's right about to come out, and V8 might be really, really good at handling text. But the fact that the prompts were kind of inspiration rather than actual stuff, actual orders, which is what I needed. But I mean, look at this stuff. This is pretty cool, and this is like years old. Um, yeah, I won't go lower. I just doing a bunch of cyberpunk stuff. Um, it's just really awesome, and I miss it. So that was the first one to go. All right, so what's the next one to go? The next one to go, this one hurt. 11 Labs. 11 Labs, if you don't know what 11 Labs is, it's like voice cloning and creating voices that you use to read text and stuff like that. My use case mostly for it is I found the open source model that Synceo was based off of way back when. So I had the ability to do my own lip syncing. So I used to come here and grab their voices or make my own. And I cloned my son's voice and had a lot of fun with it, making videos with people's voices and whatnot. And it was a good time. And I thought that the prices for 11 Labs were reasonable. It was like $9 a month, although you can scale harder. I heard talk, I'm not seeing it here, that they kind of are hooking in video models to directly in 11 Labs, which is kind of clever of them if it's true. I think I actually have still credits here because they give you credits per month and they allowed them to stack. I don't know, I haven't logged in for a while. Now there's open source models that can do voice cloning and TTS stuff and all that good stuff. So the value proposition for 11 Labs is less than it was, but I still really like them. Once I get some money, I will come back. The next one hurt too, and that is Ideogram. I had to let Ideogram go. Now, one of the reasons I really liked Ideogram is you see how it handles text. It handles text and actually follows your prompts really well. Where like Midjourney would use your prompts as um, inspiration. This one actually would use your prompts to actually pay attention and put the text down and everything like that. I think Google's Nano Banana, I haven't tried Nano Banana 2 yet, which just came out today, but they're kind of on par with Ideogram. And it kind of makes me sad because ideogram's competing with like Google, who's got basically infinite money, and this is a pretty small operation. But what I used it for, let's go over here. Let's go to my images. Let's go to my pins. I use it for a lot of album covers, like say like this, you know, my little new new metal band. Oops, I keep grabbing the wrong part here. Um, so it did text really good and had a pretty good understanding of what I was prompting. Um, Stuff like that. And I really like some of the aesthetics that it does, like this image here is like really cool. Um, you know, it just does a lot of stuff really, really well. Jesus, pushing the rock out of the tomb. Um, like this stuff, like I'd take images like this, either put them as the background of my computer, or I would drop them into Grok Imagine and animate them and stuff and use them for scenes. So it's really cool. I still have they have a free tier, so I've just downgraded myself to the free tier. I'll still use it occasionally. They're doing great things, like they just added collections, but I think they're lagging a little bit on a V4 model. I hope to see a V4 model out soon, and I wish Ideogram all the best. Highly recommend it. And I think I was paying like the $10 a month one. Um, and if you pay the higher one, I forget, I think it's close to 30. It does character dropping in and out and stuff really well. But you've got open source models like Qwen Image Edit and others, Nano Banana and OpenAI can do all that stuff as well. So the value proposition there isn't as good either. So for now, I gotta let Ideogram go, though I recommend it. It's got a unique aesthetic, just like Midjourney does. Um, and it's cool. I mean, it's does all sorts of cool stuff. Does 3D CGI like pictures pretty well. This dude's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I recommend it. But for now, album covers, paranormal threat reduction agency, things that should not be. One of my little fake AI bands. Um, yeah, there's another one, Cyberstorm, new wave, new retro wave. But anyway, yeah, I will miss it. I will still come here and do things. Um, but like, look at this text. I mean, Nano Banana can do that, but for a long time, nothing could touch it. So I'm looking forward to V4, and yeah, they had to go. And then finally, um, Chat GPT, which really hurts because I'd say between Midjourney and Chat GPT and Stable Diffusion, that's what got me in my whole LLM AI career as an early adopter. I'll give myself that. But yeah, they're slipping. They're not pushing Codex like they should. Codex is a really, really good model, their coding model. Like you don't even see it up here. Like why? You gotta install the CLI or access it through a different URL. It's and then the main reason is I'm using Claude Opus. Like all this shedding is so that, like I said, I can pay for Claude, the Anthropic Claude Max 5X plan. That's like $100. So all these little things that are nice to have that can be kind of replaced by other things that are either almost as good, they got to go. And what happened with ChatGPT is I don't use it for code that much, but I do use it for bouncing ideas off of like all the time. And just for the last couple weeks, it's been giving me not very good results. I don't know what they did up here. I keep doing that. I don't know what they did up here with the, ChatGPT 5.2, but they kind of been over all over the map with ChatGPT 5.x, and it's it just made it to the point where I can get better images out of Gemini. Gemini gives me Google's Gemini gives me access to anti-gravity, gives me access to Gemini 3 Pro, their $20 a month plan, which is a really good model, supposedly about the most intelligent model, maybe even better than Opus some ways. Um, you got access to Notebook LM. You've got VO, which is better than Sora is. You've got just more stuff. You're getting more stuff. You got access to the Google Labs, and they're constantly doing little products there. So I love OpenAI, and I wish them all the best. And I still have access to the API. I still will use them for uh, like GPT-5 Mini for some of my bots, like my LangGraph bots and stuff. But for now, the value proposition to keep this, I'm trying to kill things to provide money for Opus. It just isn't quite there, and that's sad. Um, so yeah, I'll make another video about my current AI stack. And just a high level overview is Opus is number one for coding and bouncing ideas around. I throw some money into OpenAI and replicate and FAL, so I have access to all the models there for various things. I use Hugging Face to pull down models. I have trouble with my limited resources of running anything that's beyond like a $27 billion or billion parameter model, and that's at like Quant 4 on my computer, and it runs pretty slow. I've only got 8 gigs of VRAM. So occasionally I do spin up a run pod and go crazy, but that's pretty rare. But yeah, so sadly, all these AI tools are kind of the first wave of casualties for me. Hopefully, I'll have resources to bring them all back. And yeah, wish me luck. And if you want to help my situation on the resource side, I do AI consulting. I do agentic stuff. I do RAG that works rather than just hype, and automation, and try to analyze your workflows and your business processes, help you understand where LLMs can help, where they can't, where automation can help, where it can't. Try to give you some quick wins and then move on to more complex things. So if you're interested in that, contact me. Anyway, I wish you all well and have a good evening. I am out.